like this treatment. But persistence is key. That truth hurts the wicked.
Yours is good.
Okay, cool.
Let me just check mine.
Okay, one more technical check. We're gonna start. Yeah, Genius Kingdom Come. That's yours, right? And his should be on that song. I'm not. I can't get one.
Somehow, yeah.
Hey, shalom to you. I came in Aqua. If you tune in on the comment boards, the water, the precepts, and the communication, the spirit, the love of the spirit.
We're good.
Y'all done? You got it.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all you brothers out there. And we're just going to get into a lesson. We're going to just prophesy, all right? And it's going to be about a few things, all right? You got these 15-minute cities being built, all right, throughout the United States. And if you don't know what that is it's basically how Esau, he's trying to make all these cities more condensed, all right? And you having everything 15 minutes, all right, from your house, okay? And that's something that's happening out here in Chicago. As of recent, the past few years, they've just been building these high-rises nonstop. It's not just in the downtown area anymore. It's spreading out more and more, okay? And then they're stacking more people, all right, in these condominiums, man, all right? And they're about 30, 40 floors, okay? Each floor has probably got about 20, 30 units, depending on, the design of the building, all right? So imagine how many people are in there, all right?
They have a lot of vacancies in a lot of the buildings they already got downtown, and they got it just where you got people with Section 8 getting places downtown. So they got a lot of places to push people when they want to push people if they want to.
Right.
And another thing on the 15-minute cities is for more control.
Yep.
So as you got more chaos and more bullshit that they know that they're starting, and they want to have more control of it, then they will say, well, you only can go in this area. So if you go past this area, especially with that digital technology, now you try to go one block outside of your radius, then you try to use your chip, your card or whatever, your hand eventually, then they're gonna be like, you're outside of your district, you're outside of your area.
Right.
But it's more means of control, controlling the masses of people, because Esau does not have enough military, they don't have enough police. Do you know only about how many, somebody Google real quick how many police officers in Chicago, and then somebody go Google with the population of Chicago. You'll see there's only 10,000, maybe 15,000, 20, what is it?
Second largest police force.
12,000. I said 10,000. I said 10,000. It's 12. So it's a little bit over 12,000. They have 12,000 troops to monitor how many. Now somebody said to Google Chicago city population. It should be just under two. It should be under 3 million. It should be about
2.6.
Yeah, it used to be over 3. Motherfuckers have been dipping.
Yeah. I would say it's actually more because you got so many undocumented people here, all right, from so-called Hispanics, all right, but then you got Chinese undocumented people, the Polish, Lithuanians.
So you might have 3 million.
Yeah, I would say a good solid 3.
Yeah.
So you can still round up. Go ahead.
Yeah, because another part of Esau's playing the game of control. He want less people on Earth, man. So he planned on getting rid of billions of people.
Anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, but even there, so you're looking around. Even you can say 2.5 million. You can say 3 million.
Yeah.
12,000 people only.
Yeah.
So the more chaos it goes on. Look what's going on over in France right now.
Ooh.
Over in France, if you're not sure, go look it up on the internet and the bloggers and the the YouTubes and the TikToks and the Instagram, because mainstream media is saying we're going to do a media blackout on what's going on in France right now. But that what's going over there is going to come over here. I'm talking about the lawlessness getting on. One dude said it's getting on GTA level, Grand Theft Auto level, where niggas stole a helicopter and landed right there in the middle of the street. Niggas parachuting right there, just coming down, parachuting where they want to come. Niggas sniping at poles, sniping at people, looting, rioting. The riot people coming out, the riot police coming out, just walking. You could have just been in the area not doing shit, just because you're in the area where they looting that, you getting a straight beat down. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you know my niggas out there doing stupid shit anyway. Why the fuck you out there? But they coming out, as soon as you come in there, waka, waka, waka. That shit is motherfucking crazy, bro. So
Yeah.
how now, do they have 15-minute cities over there? No. That's one way you can control that, is by limiting people's access to money and spending their money and being and putting checkpoints, as the scripture says, what is Ezekiel, the 20, was it 23rd chapter, the Holabah, the helmets, 28, 23, something like that. Where they put helmet, buckler, and shield round about. You can get that on just having on day. Somebody get that real quick. And this is, but that those 15-minute cities will be enforced by these type of things. They will have checkpoints where you can't pass.
Yeah, because they mentioned it. Oh, it's like you.
No, you
oh no, we watched that movie. What happened to Monday?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
it was like 7. Well, I forget they call it 7. Like twins.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's 7 siblings. Basically.
It's 7 symbols.
Yeah,
Septuplets, something like that.
Septuplets.
Yeah, they couldn't be seen together, man. They had each day they went out. They couldn't be seen in public together, because it was against the law.
Because they were all considered one person.
Yeah, yeah.
So one went out on Monday, one went out on Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
And they all had different names, and one Monday was Monday, to my knowledge.
And you notice, you know, they didn't drive anywhere when they was out. They walked everywhere.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing with these 15-minute cities. They're basically, for lack of words, forcing people to use what? The Ubers, taking a bike,
Mm-hmm.
all right, transit, you know?
Well, they make it, well, gas, they threaten to go be up to $10, $12 anyway, with the having the system crashing, banks falling. You got all these niggas, these fancy ass cars, they ain't gonna have no gas to put the motherfuckers in it.
Right.
And nobody be smart, you know what I'm saying, buying them a big gas container, gallon container, and storing gas to keep it in a gas, evaporating proof container, so they can have their own gas. All right. So I've known older cats, and one who passed not too long ago. He had this big ass, at least 20, 30 gallon tank thing in his backyard that he kept filled with gas. So when he ran and needed gas, he just went and got gas from he filled up in his backyard. But most Jake ain't doing. 99% of Jake ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, heathens ain't doing that.
Yeah, because they don't know what's finna come.
That's right. That's right. They're not prepared.
Yeah.
Who got that scripture real quick? Just to hit it.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 22. Therefore, O Obama, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will raise up thy lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side.
That's right, right. That Jake right now doesn't know that your enemies, you're surrounded by your enemy. All right, and you put all your faith in Esau, Edom, these different nations, and all this different madness out here. That they don't give a fuck about you. Go ahead.
Verse 2 and 3, the Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pekah and Shoah and Koa, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, captains and rulers, great lords and renowned.
That's just like your modern day UN now. Got this conglomerate of you got this conglomerate of heathen of these heathens that surrounded us round about. All right, and these same heathens started with the Babylonians, which is Esau, Edom. They're following his lead. Go ahead.
All of them ride upon horses.
And then the power seat. Go ahead.
Verse 24, and they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people.
So they're gonna have helicopters. They're gonna have Humvees. They're gonna have MRAPs. They're gonna have Jeeps. They're gonna have all kind of military personnel. Go ahead.
We shall set against thee buckler and shield.
So that's when you see the helmets, you see the shields, the batons, all right. Plus they strap, all right. They got the tasers, got all that shit. Go ahead.
And helmets round about, and I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to your judgment.
So then you don't have this. It's not going to be going to, oh, well, let me go take you in front of Judge Judy. Right. Let me go take you to, Judge Joe Brown. They're going to be like, nigga, turn around. I'm going to blah. Next person, turn around. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn around. I thought so. They ain't going to be playing with you motherfucking niggas, man. Or they might just sit up there, take him, concentration camp, take him. Whatever judgment they want to give, they're going to be on to them, man. They can send your ass to the spirit world right then. They can put you in a concentration camp, or they can turn around and say, go home. But I guarantee you, you know what you ain't going to be doing? Getting past them, unless you got one of their memorandums and one of their passes. Oh, I got this from the mayor, you know, looking ass. You know, if you ain't got that type of paperwork and type of pass, nigga, and even then it don't matter, because you're going to be subjected to their judgments, and their judgments gonna lead you to death.
All right, you be belligerent. All right, they want you to get outside of your body,
brother. They not at that day and age. They don't even have to do that. At that day and age, these cops ain't gonna have to even wait for that. Niggas gonna be on that, but they don't even have to wait on that. They can just simply come up like, well, I'm not sure. Kill them all. They don't give a fuck. And once they're in judgment, it's like I said, turn around. You couldn't even hurt him, and he didn't care if you hurt him or not. If you don't turn around, he can just grab your ass. The shit that we're about to go in, you think that Esau soldiers are fair? They weren't fair in the ancient world, they ain't fair in this world. They mocked the shit out of Yahweh Shai. Who spat on you? Right. Who hit you?
Yeah, because the scriptures say they don't come in great wrath knowing they have but a short time.
Come on, man. So they're not gonna care. They're not to say there might be some nice ones, some bad ones. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see none of them.
Right. So they gonna take off their horns. The horns coming back. They gonna take off that mask. Shit, because they've been hiding the fact. Have you niggas thinking they changed? They ain't changed one goddamn bit. They just had a mask on.
Yeah, shit. It's gonna. There's a process. It's a process called summary execution. All right. It's gonna be like in Judge Dredd. All right. They're the cop. All right. The judge and the executor, all in one.
Yep.
All right, that's what's coming back. There is gonna be no questions. There's gonna be no fighting. You know.
No rebuttals.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be no. Let me go and reason with this motherfucker. He said that the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It's gonna be they're gonna have the power to do whatever the fuck they want to do to you in that day.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be stayed up with the Lord. Because how many men of the Lord are gonna be sitting up there trying to ease on down the road at that time? When I need to go, man, if they got the chariots, helmets, and roundabout, I'm waiting on the Lord, bro. And waiting on the Spirit to tell me to make a move. Right? The Lord, and that's what time we're going to have to be in that time. We're going to have to be ready for the Spirit to, was it Isaiah 8? Was it when you hear a word? But no, Isaiah, was it 30?
30. Yeah,
when you hear a word behind you saying, walk thee this way, or to the right hand, or to the left. All right? We're going to be waiting for the Spirit to guide us and direct us on how we should move.
I got a quick one for you. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. I'll start at 74. Hear, O ye my beloved. All right, which just a side note, that's talking about the house of David. Okay, because the David means a beloved. All right, so this is talking to the elect. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For the Most High Yahweh is your God. So the Lord's going to guide us, all right, you know, to the right path, man. Whatever it may be. Hey, you may have to, you know, just relax, be chill for a little bit. You may have to be on the go, be on the run for a minute. All right, all depends on the whatever, you know, situation, you know, you're in, all right? It all depends on what the Lord wants you to do. Let me keep reading. Verse 76. And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift you up. All right, but yeah, that was the main point, though, that the Lord's going to be our guide. All right? Simple as that.
And it's going to have to be. Because the title of the lesson, 15-minute cities, drugs, and migrants, if you go into all those points, man, you know, and the time of Jacob's trouble, what is Esdras, which was a mighty man of the Lord? What did Ezra say? Who's going to
save me?
Say what?
Who gonna save me in them times?
So, man, the Lord will be like, damn Lord, where's my salvation? That's how crazy it's going to be. The book of Daniel says it. It's going to be a time unlike any other time. So do you believe these words? Then then how should we be in that time? All right?
I got 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And you know, just to you know, touch on, you know, the you know, the section of, you know, with the migrants, they're here in Chicago, all right. I've been seeing them all over, and I'll say this, man, a lot of them, man, they got demons on them. I can see it in their face. They got just these. It's just that look, man. They got fucking demons on them. Okay, and they're the scriptures talk about those spirits for vengeance. Eventually, the Lord's going to use them to start creating chaos in this place. All right, some heavy, you know, chaos.
Did you tell me what you saw of some of them doing, or what you did? You...
Yeah, they had their own cars, man. They're coming from where? From Venezuela, all right, from Colombia, Guatemala, you know, Mexico, etc. These guys have cars, man. Somehow they have cars, and I've seen several of them that like there was like 4 or 5 of them that had whips, man. I'm like, where the hell did you get this from?
Well, they actually are trying to get them to become police officers, but they have to change the law, because right now, if you're not a native citizen of the country, you can't be a police officer. But they're trying to change that shit. There was actually an article on there earlier, and I've seen them. The elder Malcolm has seen them. Matter of fact, we saw them together. I was either picking him up or dropping him off. I think both. And I was dropping him off and on my way back. And there was a police station on the way toward Malcolm's house. There's one. And I saw good, at least 10, 15 just camped out in front of the police station. Now, I was also picking up the elder from the dojo a couple of weeks ago on Halsted, 79th and Halsted, which what? Police station right there. Right. And if you know, they're sending them to and around the police station. Why did I see a Venezuelan young woman with a young man, but they with Jake, you know, Southern Kingdom Jake in the hood, and you would have just thought they knew each other for years. They were just being niggas on the block, kicking and talking shit, smoking, doing whatever the fuck they're doing. And like you said, that grimy shit, I saw they were just like hood niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what you did, they're migrants because they were not making it there, and they thought they can come over here, have a better opportunity to be over here. Right. So they'll make this, you know, several thousand-mile trek over here just to come link up with some niggas in the hood and then learn some niggerdom. Yeah. All right? And so this migrant shit, which is also undercutting so-called white man and causing a division in the nation, because you got the Edomites who are like, oh no, and you got the Edomites say, come on over. So you got more division with the Esau Edom, and then you got these nigglets coming up. They're just nigglets though. Majority of these motherfuckers are nigglets. Now I've seen some of them go up to the Home Depots and try to go do some labor. All right. I even seen a couple of them coming over to the softball game trying to play some baseball, softball. All right. And so, you know, and some not speaking a damn near liquid English, just want to come assimilating in. But this is all part of, anytime you have a sovereign country, supposedly, because there's never been a sovereign country, to be honest with you. But you have a sovereign country, pseudo or not, and you bring in an influx of foreigners in, all right, it fucks up the country. All right. First of all, why in the scriptures the Lord say that no nation has a part in Israel? Because their only part they will even be coming into Israel to drop off your tribute or to be my servant. Outside there will not be an Edomite living at you living on King's Way, and you got Esau living, you know, 279 King's Way, right down the street. No. All right, will there be heathens in our kingdom? Absolutely, as slaves on our plantations, under our fucking thumb.
That's it. Hey,
they ain't gonna have their own shit. Go ahead, brother. No, somebody gets the scriptures to back that up. That's a good precepts right there.
Remember Pastor High, he cut that Edomite Bible student. Then she got so cut she had to leave. He was like, she was like, I hope I see you in heaven. Pastor High said, your dream's gonna come true, but I'm gonna have that whip.
That's right. So now you make me. You just make me think of a precept right now. That John, Yahushua said it. Somebody get some other ones if you want to, but brothers who are not speaking right now, we're grabbing them precepts. Was it John 4? Was it real quick. This is John 4 and 20. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and he said that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Yahweh Shai said to her, woman, bitch, no, slack it. Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. All right? So there's not going to be heathens coming up there to worship like we worship. They're not going to be having access to the kingdom as we have it. The Lord said that they're not going to be with us like that, bro. All right? They're going to be under our whip. They're going to be under our, like Isaiah the 14th chapter. He says, then the people should take them to their place, and they should make them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right? There ain't gonna be no foreigners in our city with rights and citizenry and shit like that, man. What the fuck?
Because it's not going on here with them being in rulership, man. We at the fucking bottom, so it's gonna be the same thing in the kingdom, man.
That's it, man. They're not a part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit, they don't include us in nothing, but now they won't be included. It ain't gonna work that way, man.
I want something hit on the nose on that. Who got something to hit on the nose?
I got one real
Go ahead, brother.
quick. This is Isaiah 61:5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
So where's their citizenry? What is it in Habakkuk? I mean, was it Habakkuk or Obadiah? That they will have not one Edomite will take root, not that there should be none of you in their congregation that the one no.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, congregation. I think it's congregation word. Is that?
I got one.
Go ahead, brother.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord
That's one.
Yep.
Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
And it don't mean down the line it might happen, and after the 10th generation with that 1,000. No. He said, I don't give a fuck how long with they. No. All right, because heaven, which is Israel, which is going to be our place, will be coming down out of the heavens and being set up here on earth. And he said, the Lord said he's going to dwell there. All right, now, and he said he set it up for us. Matter of fact, I forgot one of the elders mentioned it in a lesson a couple of days ago. He said, ask them which gate the heathen's going to come through. You know what I'm saying? They talking about they're going to have, they didn't have access. Well, then the Lord said he set up the gates with the 12 tribes for the different particular tribes. So then what gate the heathen's going to come to for their location? They're not. All right, they're not going to have their own shit. They don't have an inheritance in Israel. Matter of fact, I got another that just pissing me off. That migrant shit is fucking off. All right.
It's really just to destroy.
Yes.
I mean, there's several reasons why they're bringing them up. To destroy the economy, all right, because now they can start paying people under the table, so to speak. All right, below minimum wage. Then you have especially like even out here in Chicago, even the South Side. I was over there too when I saw it. Over there by like 63rd and Woodlawn, all right, and like that South Shore area. That's where I saw a lot of the migrants. And you have a lot of Southern Kingdom, they're pissed off that they're helping out the Northern Kingdom because basically they're not getting help. The Southern Kingdom's not getting help. Right. So that's causing this racial tension, all right? And it's gonna, there's gonna be a lot of fighting eventually at some point. Some crazy shit's gonna happen. There's so much shit that it does. Then it's gonna elevate crime. That's gonna give them the justification, all right, to come down with that great wrath.
Yeah, that's it, man. That order out KO, man. That's them setting up their new order, man. Order through chaos. You said, you want to create the chaos so you can come with a solution.
And it's that division is man, it's hot right now.
I got
Can I add real quick? Then that's pushing the spirit of I guess you say sedition too, because a lot of Jakes aren't trusting the government anymore.
Yep.
You're starting to see it on the comment boards more and more. They don't believe in. It doesn't matter what party it is, whether it be the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. They're like, man, fuck these politicians. They never help us out. All right, and then now we're in a worse condition than years prior, man.
Yeah, remember remember around town the re-election of Fred Flintstone.
Oh,
that motherfucker, the governor here, he was like Fred Flintstone.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And now, it just I don't know why that triggered this, but I'm going back into the time of Joshua and the top, and then after that, what happened when all the other motherfuckers came over and tried to make treaties with us, and we made treaties with them, and then when they lied about their how far they came and they deceived Joshua, what did he tell them? So they're now, so you're gonna play games and shit? Now you're gonna be hewers or what? Water. All right, you're gonna be my slave now. Only people that don't have access in our kingdom to being in the kingdom are slaves. How you gonna be a king with no subjects?
Right.
All right, the Lord said we're gonna sit on 12 thrones, judging the tribes and judging existence. But I ain't got no slaves.
Well, you know what, motherfucker Esau, shit, we subject unto you.
Right.
So when it come out and you have to be a subject, now it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Lord gonna reverse the roles, man. You know, in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna be the subjects, just like we the subjects here in your fucking piece of shit ass fucking queendom.
Absolutely.
I still got some more in that Isaiah 61. It says, Isaiah 61:6, but ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So we're gonna eat the what are the Gentiles?
It says ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
Exactly. So hey, run them pockets basically.
The fruit of their efforts. Right?
Yep.
They're gonna go out there and make 10,000 pounds of fresh, non-GMO, non-seeded, non-chemtrailed out fruits and vegetables. They're gonna bring it in to pay tribute, and they're gonna be bringing in their tribute. And I'm talking about for the heathens that don't live in they're living in their own lands, and the heathens that are under our subjugation, they're going to be on our plantations, building up and all the fruits, vegetables, and everything that we want on our plantation.
Yep.
And we move and go to a whole nother planet. All right, round up the slaves, put them in the ship, put them in chains. Don't even have to put them in chains. I'm putting you in chains because it's going to be humiliating you, giving you double. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And these going to be heavy chains. These chains ain't going to be where we walking upright. You're going to be bent the fuck over. They're going to see an Edomite standing up straight in my presence.
Hell.
What? Break the but that waist better be bent, nigga. And ain't no walking either. Ain't no smiling either.
Ain't no fucking smiling.
It says, verse 7, for your shame you shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord has blessed.
Because in the kingdom, it's going to be evident who the children of Israel are. All right, there's going to be no ifs or buts. See, in this society, these people want to argue, okay, and their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
But this, but that, you know what I mean? Like, no. These are the children.
Hey, brother, it's like I'm laughing, I'm chuckling because that's an understatement. And unless you know these niggas and niggerettas down here, and these heathens and heathen rettas don't know the power the Lord is going to reveal in himself and his men. The scripture says that when we see him, when he comes, we shall be as he is. He said, it does not yet appear what we shall be, but when he cometh, we shall be as, when he appeareth, we shall be as he is. And then you go to Corinthians in a moment, in twinkling of an eye, you'll be changed. All right? And then Daniel tells you that we're going to have a glow about us. If you go into that shine of that's like the stars, the righteous is going to shine like the stars forever. And the wasted the righteous 1/3 like the firmament in the sky. Well, look at the time of Moses when he came out of the mount. He shined so bright people couldn't look at him. They had to bro. They had to put a veil over Moses like this. Like, hey Mo, okay Mo, talk to us now, Mo, because I couldn't even look at you now. Now I can look at you, Mo, because he shined through the veil that they put over Moses, brother. All right. And so if you understand that, I had my little Edomite friend. She said there's no way that she's gonna go for certain rules that's in the Bible, even when the Lord comes. She said she's gonna tell the Lord, I'm not doing that. I said okay, I'll wait for that day, because what I know in that day, every knee shall what?
Wow.
Every tongue shall what?
Confess.
When you see power, first, nobody has ever seen a man with actual literal power.
Right.
All right, I'm talking about, he's got that glow. You think of The Last Dragon with the one black boy that had the glow, and he was fighting Show Enough who had the bad glow.
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy. All right, see, that's some fake glow. I'm talking about where we actually shine, like literally. I know he was bugged out, but our skin actually radiated to the point where we motherfucker can fly. Where you seeing somebody buck up against a man of the Lord, and he picks them up like this with their hands, like they're 20 feet away. He does like this, boom, and they levitate, and they try to run, and they run it in place. And you take one arm like voodoo dolls and shit, and just do like this, and their arm starts doing like this, and their legs still running in place. And then you like, poof, and they literally, their body just disintegrate, poof, and like, and then you see another heathen watching this shit. How fast between you look at them and say, come here, and that motherfucker bowing down and dropping on his knees. It ain't gonna be no arguments. It ain't gonna be needing, let me convince you of my power.
Right.
When you see the Lord, or you see the men of the Lord, it's gonna, matter of fact, now I'm mad now. That just pissed me the fuck off. Because if you read these scriptures, and that same person said they read the Bible, like everybody who always say they read the Bible, you haven't read it without understanding. You did not read the Bible. Because if you read a whole bunch of words, like if I read a calculus book, a psychology book, a collegiate level, goddammit, doctoral level, right, talking about the id, the ego, and shit, that you have no words of these terms, and you had read that shit as in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you're not going to be able to go teach that or regurgitate that because you just read some words with no understanding. Right. The scriptures is the most master level of any of all knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and motherfucker, is the #1 sold book ever, and the most less understood book ever. All right, in the book of Psalms, the 18th chapter.
You talking about 44?
The 18th chapter.
1844. I got it.
1844. Go ahead, but why you in my head?
This Psalms 18 and 44.
Come on, go up a little bit for it. No, you gotta go up some. That's the key. But give me verse 39. Let's read now. All right? Because this is what the Lord's gonna give us power to deal with these motherfuckers in this day. These day of these migrants, these day of these drugs, 15-minute cities, and all the shit that's fucking going on. The Lord's gonna endue the men power, man. This is what's gonna separate us from the rest of these motherfuckers.
It's Psalms 18 and 39. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them. Even unto Yahweh, but he answered not. It's like answered them not.
Oh, yeah.
Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets.
So the Lord's gonna give us power, and with that power, we're gonna whoop ass. Go ahead.
Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people. and thou hast made me the head of the heathen.
So the Lord has made us the head. Now you're going to tell me one of these heathens are going to come up to us and tell us what they want and how they going to move? Go ahead.
It says,
if we do it in this society, what happens?
He's going to lock your the fuck ass up.
Exactly, man. The fuck?
Or take away your platform. You got guaranteed what you're not going to do, run him. Go ahead.
It says, a people whom I have not known shall serve me.
Ah, have you met the Rothschilds?
Hell no.
How about the Collins family? The Collins family that Christopher Colon in Colombia comes from. All right, that still owns Washington D.C. and collecting all kind of monies every year and tribute from all that shit.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Collins?
Yeah.
Hey, only if you in the know. Go ahead. 99% of people don't even know about the Rothschilds.
And that's what makes you really a threat to Esau, and because we know too damn much.
That's right, brother. And that's why you want to get us off, get that righteous doctrine off the corner.
Yep. It says, Psalms 18:44, as soon as they hear of me,
Excuse me?
as soon as they hear of me,
Damn, so it's as soon as what?
as soon as they hear of me,
Man come. And I tell you, they got power, man. They got this, they got that. They ain't even see them this as soon as they hear about it. Go ahead.
they shall obey me. The strangers.
So wait a minute, so how much more in my blessed presence?
Right.
Hey, you gonna whatever you might say, you gonna remind. That's what you say you wasn't gonna do.
Well, I already made up my mind to do it, and you know I claimed them,
God.
and they were already claimed anyway. But I already, brother, you must be an Israelite, you know, because it's like okay, I want to see that. That's Psalms 91, right? To follow your enemy, right? To see them fall, to see them humble themselves down, and the rest of this chapter, because he talks about putting our foots on their necks and all that.
Yep.
Keep going, brother. Hit that again.
This is
And then you got it back.
this Psalms 18:44. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. It says, the strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their closed places.
So they're gonna be hiding. You know what I'm saying? Those, and especially the elites. But we are gonna come and reach them out of their holes of their rock. We're gonna come get them from their fucking underground bunkers, their undersea bunkers, their outer space, goddamn it, satellites and space stations and shit. And we're gonna take their ass and bring them right back to the slave plantation. Right? I mean, that's enough. You can keep reading, but that was the point. Soon as they hear, they're gonna be obedient. You got it.
This is Zechariah 8:12. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things.
Ooh.
And it shall come to pass.
Some of the things.
All these things. It says, and I will cause the remnant of this people.
As the substances, let them get that.
Yep.
This kind of says, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong.
Listen now, you know that migrant shit is a curse to the hood. You got all these motherfuckers turning the fuck up. Wait a minute, we got all this homeless. Now you giving them shelters. You giving them open up the old school that got shut down. You open up a school and giving it to the migrants. We got niggas over here ain't got shit. And you know how much Jake is in a tizzy right now?
Yeah.
They've been going, Jake ain't been ran to City Hall like they've been running to City Hall because these migrants are coming in. That's an attack on everybody, man. But why they putting them in the hood though? Why you don't see them out in the suburban police stations, in the suburban schools and centers?
Why ain't they in Winnetka?
Right. Yeah, why they in the middle of Wilmette?
Glencoe.
Come on now, Barrington.
Why aren't they there? You know what I'm saying?
Looking at it.
It's all a trap.
Man, it's a trap.
Yeah, the scripts say we had ignorant save devices, man.
Right.
I already know what the fuck you damn red dog was doing up
If I may, you know, y'all was talking about the 15-minute cities. Like Esau already trained us with that. You know, with giving us the IDs, the identifications. You know, so like you out of your basically your jurisdiction. You know, so say if you live in the city of Chicago and you go to Hammond, Indiana, that's 15 minutes away. You know, the police will be like, "What you doing out here?"
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Yeah.
And they already start that now. Which is when I've had them ask me that. Now, I don't ask me that as a police officer, because I feel like it. Now what? I can be where the fuck I want to. Just why are you in this neighborhood? Because I asked, as I want to. I remember Popo before was asking me, when I was in the world, why you smoking over here? Go back over to your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I was so cool that he wasn't locking my ass. That was cool. And the safety, I didn't scoff him.
Hey, here's the weird question: what the fuck you doing over here? Why you ain't in the caves?
That's right.
That's right.
See, then they gonna want to have a problem with you.
Yeah, fucking sick of you damn devils, man. I can't. That's beautiful, Lord, getting ready to take y'all ass out of the root shit, man.
That's right.
That's why all this stuff is beautiful. At the end of the day, you know, when we see these things, you know, when we keep seeing, you know, America getting worse and worse, that's beautiful because we know we're getting closer to the end.
Perfect.
All right, hey, Babylon is falling. It's falling. All right. Hey, that grievous wound, you know, it can't be healed anymore.
That's right, brother.
All right.
I got something real quick.
This place is fucking done, man. This shit is about to turn up, man. Like I think I was telling you, Elder Crowd, once it starts getting cold out, because right now it's warm. So people are cool, you know, those migrants are chill. But once it starts getting cold,
They not ready.
yeah, they're gonna start bugging, and they're gonna try to find resources, man. And they're gonna start robbing. All right, it's already bad with Southern Kingdom doing it. Then now Northern Kingdom's gonna do it.
And you keep, and then according to the record, it's millions of them coming through, and of course not in one place, but across America. So it can be an easy couple 100,000 come to Chicago. It could be 100,000 go to New York, or 50,000, or this and that. You say, okay, 50,000, that's not a whole lot. Okay, put them in one neighborhood.
Shit.
Spread them out through the city. 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 there.
That's what I'm like, because I've been traveling, you know, for work, and they're like literally like just all over the streets. Like the one school that I went to, this was just in the morning time. There was like 50 of them out there.
Yeah.
About 50, 60 of them. Right, like I said, it was that school that shut down. That's right off of like 63rd and
I think
Woodlawn.
no, that's the one that I believe. I forgot the South Shore or whatever the fucking name of school was. It was a school that was a high school that no longer they got shit that went out of business. And it's an empty school, an empty high school.
That's got to be the one.
And it's a big school.
Yeah,
and that's when niggas went to City Hall. They only go to City Hall when shit really gets to fan, because niggas don't even fuck with City Hall except for like a small amount of people. They came out in mass, tripping, and coming against the city. And guess what the city said? Niggas, get the fuck out of here, because we ain't changing shit. So now you don't hear shit about it no more. Niggas got discouraged and disgruntled, and they back like, God damn it, all right? But now they jumped there making packs. They gonna turn them to what is a twofold child of hell. Come fuck with them niggas in the hood. They just fucking with niggas in the hood. They in the hood. I've seen them over there over that bridge on 103rd, going toward the elder's house. At one police station over there, I see them congregated there. The one down here, like I said, on Halsted. All right. Further north up there, and then Malcolm said that go to any one of us. He rides the bus and the train all the time, so he sees them all the time too, and they're seeing them. If they're not at a building like that school, they're at the police stations. All right, and they're still coming in.
And a lot of them, they're using the services here. So then you're gonna have all these Edomites get mad because who's paying for it? It's the the taxpayers. So you got Six Pack Joe, all right, out in Will County, Kankakee County, Lake County, getting pissed off about this shit.
Right.
And then especially look, man, because if you don't know Illinois, everything outside of Chicago is red, man.
That's it.
It's red.
The bluest part of Illinois, which makes Illinois blue, because the most people in Illinois is Chicago. Outside of that, matter of fact, to back you up, there was a report that came in, an article a couple months ago about the 10 racist cities in America. Why 3 of them in Illinois?
Oh yeah.
I think they said Peoria, Rockford, and
I believe,
someone that started with a D.
DeKalb?
No.
Decatur.
No, it was good. It was not the Cowboys. To my knowledge, something that I gotta hear it to see it.
Dire Indian.
No.
Indian.
But it might have been the D. I forgot the goddamn name of the goddamn city. But it was and the dude said, "What's going on in Illinois? They have 3 in the top 10." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 3 of the top 10 places in Illinois is made the most racist in the nation.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how it gets down over here, man.
Yeah, like you said, outside Chicago, it's red, which shows that because, you know, when they had the mask mandates and all that shit, like Home and Glen, that's Will County. People lived there, they wasn't wearing that shit, man. They wasn't wearing that bullshit at all, man.
And Southern Illinois wasn't playing with that
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Central
It's a
Illinois.
whole
It was just motherfuckers in the city, man.
That's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when the whole vid and all that happened, and they started, we went out to go to the neighborhood, you know, Stank Mark to go get some shit. Everything was gone. We ended up going out to the suburbs. We went down there past like Matson and so forth. The state troopers had all those exits blocked. We had to go an hour outside of the city to Bourbonnais, Kankakee area just to find an exit to go to a Walmart.
God
You know what
damn.
I'm saying? Yeah, what happens in its inner city Chicagoland area versus outside in the rest of Illinois is a tale of 2 different places.
Yep.
It's not the same. Jake thinking that he can just dip away from Chi-Town madness, think he can go out to, he's finding himself having issues everywhere he
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
You know?
I got a precept back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
I had that too.
All right, and that's what's going to happen with all these things. You know, with all these things, you know, occurring. Eventually, you're gonna have, you know, 6-pack Joe, you know, that loves America, you know, that loves the Constitution. He's gonna raise up, and even some of these Jakes too, man, that were, you know, ex-military. You know, they're gonna say fuck this shit, and they're gonna what is it, band of brothers? They're gonna, you know, they're gonna come back together, and they're gonna start in these, you know, which they're all part of the militia groups. They're gonna start really attacking these government officials, man, in buildings and all that. All right.
What's going on in France?
Exactly.
It's a blueprint. And like we mentioned earlier, France is part of the West. Don't get it twisted. All the European countries, that's the West. That's the Western mindset.
They're part of the beast system. And then, well, who rides the beast system though? It's the woman, which is Babylon the Great, America.
And so you think France gonna
They're part of this shit.
America gonna get a pass on what France is doing, going through right now? See, wait till Jake really feel this, the horns of Esau, because Jake hasn't felt the full blast of the horns. He felt a snippet with the vid. All right, but when you can't go buy and sell, see, wait till you attack Jake where it hurts the most. His blunts, his weed, his cigarettes,
His Captain Crunch cereal.
his weed, his Captain Crunch, his hot country curls.
Chicken.
All right, them hot country curls.
Right.
All right, when you take away, when you take away Jake lateral mobility and mobility, Jake is going to. The scriptures say it. Judah's going to be at the neck of their enemies, man. All right.
Taking away their motion.
Yeah, because that's when they're gonna finally see. During the vid, they locked you in a little bit, but guess what? They still had a phone call. Hey, yeah, run this over. Hey, I still got this. I still got access to out the band. When Jake sober up, because Jake is really a hot mess. Jake ain't sober. If you wake up in the morning and smoke a blunt, in the afternoon get your afternoon blunt, take your evening blunt, your night blunt, and wake up in the middle of the night blunt. You're basically in a high state all the time.
They're sedated lines right now.
Yes.
That's all there. They're sedated lines, and once that drug wears off, and then once they start waking up, all right, reality starts kicking in. Shit's about to get fucking real out here, man.
Yeah, like you said, like sedated lion, like they do in the zoo. You drug them up where they won't be in a natural state, man.
Right.
Hey, 'cause if I may, hey, you know, most Jake, they go to these institutions and they get out and they put them in home placement or whatever, and they supposed to stay there, you know, for a certain time. You know, they go right back to jail. They go right back to whatever institute they was in. Why? 'Cause Jake jittery. You know, they don't know what to do. So
They are institutionalized.
Yep. So they just They're gonna run rampant, man, in that day.
Yeah, because according to you stupid ass niggas, you think Esau has changed and shit, but somebody look like you can't change though, man. That's the mindset of a fucking nigga, man.
Because they all drugged up,
Yeah.
they all fucking high. Do we know, because you mentioned drugs in it, they either are, niggas are either fucked up on weed, they now, niggas, they love their ex, they love their lean.
Oh yeah.
They lean, what you say, what?
Perks.
Yeah, see, Jake back in the day, in our era, it was straight up weed or crack, and then that few of them who touched that wicked stick. And outside that, you didn't feel Jake and alcohol. If it was alcohol and weed, outside of that, you didn't get niggas snorting cocaine. Couldn't afford it. You didn't get niggas doing a whole bunch of other shit. But that was what they are. Now niggas doing perks, they doing pills, they doing all kind of shit. All right.
Yeah. Thank the music industry because they rap about the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you niggas goddamn monkey see, monkey do, motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
They're on everything. Literally, Jake's on everything. They're on fucking Trank.
Yeah, Trank.
Right?
Oh my God.
Fentanyl.
Especially in Philly.
Yeah, super.
Oh man, that video I showed.
Baltimore,
Oh
Philly.
man. If you see the videos that go, I mean, you see around. Salakia, I used to be an actor. Salakia, similar. They the scripture said we speak teaching similitude. But you see motherfuckers in the video like this.
With trash everywhere.
The best.
Trash everywhere, tents and all that shit, man.
The best one is when they're like leaning back.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you leaning like that, bro?
You never see them move.
Like, goddamn.
Hey, I showed you that video. I sent you that video that was going on in Philly. Trash everywhere.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers all
It looks like a fucking third world country.
Yeah, all doped up and shit. Yep.
You know what it reminded me of? Judge Dredd, the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they had everybody in those like big ass condominiums that was 100, 200?
Blocks.
Yeah, the city blocks.
Yeah.
Everything was all fucked up.
Yes. But
That's what it is.
And that's what they are in their mind. All right. And a lot of Jake is in that condition. Maybe not to the whole of that level, you know, but when you take drugs on a regular basis, the Bible talks about balance. Because even marijuana, we know marijuana is not unlawful according to the scriptures. You can use marijuana, especially if you consume it the right way. All right. He said all herbs were given for meat. See, but the Lord is also about balance. Even alcohol, the Lord has given us alcohol. He's given us beer, He's given us wine, and He's given us, as the scriptures call it, strong drink. See, but if you wake up and, like the scripture says, and inflaming yourself in the morning, to inflame yourself in the afternoon, to inflame yourself in the evening, drink. Jake is in a stupor state. Somebody give me that definition of stupor. S-T-U-P-O-R. A stupor. All right? When everybody knows, you mentioned earlier, I think you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Yawasab, about the withdrawals.
Yeah.
The withdrawal starts going to come on Jake from not having his weed, crack,
Instagram.
But bro, see, why did you know I was about to switch it from? Because I was about to switch it, but even to social media, to food, to just your amenities. Matter of fact, let it be a blackout. Niggas not gonna even know how to make a fire out. All right, niggas not gonna know how to deal with in 72 hours of no electricity. Mm-hmm. Niggas they're gonna lose it. They're going to actually start panicking. Niggas panic after waiting 20 seconds at the stoplight. Come on, motherfucker, move!
Right.
Yeah, bro.
So what the fuck they gonna do when it's, I'm hungry, mommy! I'm hungry too!
On TikTok.
Go to sleep, baby. Hey, turn on that oven. Fresh kid. And I ain't talking about a goddamn goat. That's in the scriptures, the book of Lamentations, man. That's the time in. Did you get the scripture?
The definition.
I mean, the definition. You got it?
Yeah, that's what y'all gonna be.
I got it right here.
Because
No.
the scripture tell you
Go ahead.
many great miseries gonna come upon you because you walked in great pride. So Lord is setting all this shit up for you to go through it because you've been wicked as hell your whole fucking life and you refuse to repent, man.
While the door of repentance is here and open, and the men of the Lord, starting with Yahweh Bashem Yahshua down, have been saying, do not this abominable thing that I hate, and come into the knowledge of the truth. So it's gonna be a great big I told you so, man. And we gonna be assholes about it. It ain't gonna be one of them pity ones like, oh, I told you so, huh? Oh, Lord bless. No, it's gonna be fuck you and aha. We're gonna laugh. You want to say we're gonna laugh? Because when you've been begging and begging and begging, you've been pleading and pleading and pleading. This lesson here is a beg and beg and plead and plead right now. All right? And get turned away. People pulling the shoulder. Man, fuck you niggas, man.
That's right.
Used to couldn't, man. We used to, coming into the truth, we couldn't understand why the Apostle Tahar used to say, man, I'm gonna jump over Edomite to get you motherfucking niggas. And we'd be like, damn, I hate Edomites. I'm gonna kill that Edomite. Now I understand, no, we gonna get these Edomites. They ain't going right. Where that wicked ass Jake told your ass. Told your ass. Give me your ass too, nigga.
Yeah, well, because scripture say who will pity a charm has been my serpent.
That's right.
You've been warned. If you've been warned that's a trap in the area and you still step in that trap, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for your ass, man.
Facts.
Hit that definition.
It says, this is the definition for the word stupor. It says a state of near unconsciousness.
A state of near unconsciousness? Did not the scripture say that he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead? You unconscious ass niggas. Go ahead.
It says,
And that's that drug. When you so drunk that you like, or got the heroin lean.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The heroin nod, when they're totally coherent. Yeah, I was going to the store.
Yeah.
Blackout home.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I done seen that shit.
I seen it. Like I actually dealt with a woman like that.
Man.
I'm saying, bro, having a full-blooded conversation. And this was a young woman at the time. She was in her early 20s, and she was already on heroin.
Man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after getting off of heroin, guess what Esau do to get you off of heroin? Get you on medical heroin to wean you off. So now you're coming up to them.
Right. It's crazy.
Bro, I've seen it, man. And that shit is sad, bro. Go ahead,
I
bro.
want to carry you with some more dope.
That's right. I'm gonna cure you with some methadone. It's called methadone. They give them methadone, which got a smaller doses than the real shit, but enough to still get you to high, to so-called wean you off. When how you been weaned off, but this motherfucker's still on this shit for years.
Right.
Mitch, you just took the drug dealer out and became the new drug dealer. Stupid. And these what you call the health place, not the hospital, but the clinics. Right. They're the ones giving it to. That's Esau, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, brother.
In my day when I was coming up, it was a thing where people wanted to be bipolar so they can get a check. Everybody used to be like, act crazy, get a check. But Jake was so simple, they'd be like, man, I gotta take my medicine, I'm bipolar. They was just hooked on the medicines that they was getting.
Hey, that Ritalin, the ADHD for attention deficit disorder or whatever, attention deficit disorder, how they put ADD,
ADHD.
Yeah, or whatever, the horror, because they got all these additions to this shit. But I remember my roommate Edomite back in Claymore for destruction, pissed me off. Fuck him. Back in years ago, back in living in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and they'll take that Ritalin for his prescription for his ADD, and you know what he would do? He would crush it up and snort it.
Yep. Oh yeah, they do it.
Yeah. Bro, them drugs are gonna be killing all that. All these motherfuckers have been drugged the fuck out. The Most High's gonna come back and make that shit bite you in the ass. And withdrawals, if you haven't seen them in reality or seen them in the movies to where you can understand the nature of going through withdrawals and the psychological and the physical trauma that comes along with it, you're gonna have it's gonna have a lot, and then the different levels to it, because you got the ones coming off weed, it's gonna make them very angry, very irritable. All right, so they're gonna be hot on that high, and not having the money, not having this and having that. A lot of Jake gonna say no, to buck up against the chip. A lot of them gonna take the chip, but a lot of them gonna buck up against it. And guess what? We're gonna resort to taking the shit from the niggas who didn't take the shit. They ain't gonna be trying to take it and running through their shit. It's the scripture, just that same second Ezra, the 15th chapter, running in the house for the. We get
got it.
Yeah, got it.
I can finish it off. This is our second Ezra 15
And we get our
16.
last precepts
For,
to brotherhood.
for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Sure, martial law. That's your 15-minute cities there too.
Yep.
I want to go to this city. You're outside of your boundary, son. Now, no, your boundary is 127th, all right, to 95th, all right, because that would be around 15 minutes to drive down 95th to get to around 127th.
Esau don't even want you to drive. He wants you just to walk everywhere.
Exactly, exactly. All right. See, but that's your boundaries from Halsted to, if you're lucky, Ashland. You know, and if you're on the other side of Halsted to goddamn King Drive.
Pretty much, he just wants a neighborhood to neighborhood. That's it. Whatever neighborhood you're in, that's where you're bound.
Oh, you're in Pilsen. They're gonna be a whole nother shit. Niggas don't even know all their neighborhoods unless it's like a famous neighborhood in Chicago. Niggas gonna know West Chatham today. They gonna know Chesterfield today. They gonna know West Pullman and Pullman. They gonna know. Hey, who has heard of Washington Heights? Have you heard of Washington Heights? Huh? Have you heard of Washington Heights? When did you hear Washington Heights?
Shit.
When you start coming over here to the main house, because I didn't know I lived in Washington Heights until I'm serious. Until I'm 49, I never even knew about Washington Heights as a neighborhood until that was my neighborhood until about 3-4 years ago. Never knew that was my neighborhood was called.
There's a lot of neighborhoods. You like, for instance, like you'll say Midway, right? People think that's one neighborhood. That's actually 3 neighborhoods in one. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Deering,
Archer Heights.
Archer Heights.
Goalposts.
You know?
All those are going to be your future prisons, because you're already in a prison. But now you're going to be in, that's your future, prison where you can't come past there. Unless you got a pass to go to work, or I work at Coca-Cola, that's on the north side, and you got your ID and your paperwork to prove. Y'all not going to see. Wait till Esau show you his horns, man. Because of this whole, the migrants to the drugs, and the 15-minute cities. Esau's showing you his horns, man. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Wait, there's more. Come on now.
You're going to see how much of an oppressor he is, man.
That's right.
2 Ezra 15 and 17, or it's like 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, and the reason why this is all coming down to you people is because of your pride, which that leads to disobedience. Okay? And you will be afraid because you're not going to have any answers. All right, the toughest thug, all right, is going to be scared. That Golden Glove boxer is going to be scared.
Yep.
Okay? And that police officer with the badge is going to be scared. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
And what really going to fuck him up is they ain't going to see it coming. That's the worst thing.
Perfect. Oh, the Lord said it. He said He's going to catch them unawares. He said make sure you don't get caught unawares, man. That's why the Lord tells you, blessed is he when he returns, that he finds so doing. Because that means that we can see that we're in the mix and we waiting and watching for the Lord. That's why he calls us the watchers, man. The motherfucker, you ain't watching Yahweh, the scriptures and the men of the Lord and these videos and in the spirit, you're in the spirit of the world, man.
Sleeping.
And you sleep. And you're part of the fucking problem.
Yup.
Oh, he says, that's a nice guy. He's going to be a nice dead guy.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
And man, 1 week before, they was shooting golf together. The next they're going to be shooting each other heads the fuck off. And guess what? Contrary to popular belief, Esau don't fuck with Esau. Scriptures say too, he that is evil to himself, to whom can he do good? He doesn't fuck, Esau don't fuck with Esau. And so guess who got all the guns and all the bullets? See, Jay got a couple of bullets and a couple of guns. I used to live in Edenville, all right? And I lived in Edenville, it's actually Mount Pleasant, Michigan, right? Edenland, Edenville, Edentown, all right? Population 20 to 100 token niggas. And then when college, was not in there, then when college was going on to the school year, you got a couple more. But then outside of that, it ain't a lot of people there, and you get straight true Esau racist spirit. All right, Fitz, they got Edomite used to hang out and play softball with him, and kick it with him, and go hunting with him. First time I ever went hunting, just sit there, and I would first and last time I ever went hunting. Sit there in a blind in a fucking small little shack, no longer from that carpet to right here. And so we get in there, we sitting there for a little while. I was like, and I was like, hey, I wasn't even like that. I'm like, yeah, so such. He's like, he asked him a question. He was like, shh. I said, we get to talk. Shh. Nigga, when and in my mind, I still was talking. And I was like, wait a minute. I know I'm not gonna be here. We just got here. So I know we're gonna be in some hours. I can't say shit for no hours and shit.
That's crazy.
I'm like, oh hell, get the fuck out of here with this shit. I was mad as hell. And then we're sitting there just waiting. And I think within a couple of hours, maybe 2-3 hours, I don't even remember how long it was. It could be longer than that, it could be shorter. Finally, one deer was in distance, like, oh shit. Then just for we don't even get a chance to even shoot the motherfucker, dicked off beforehand. It's like, oh, here's some fuck. I ain't no way in hell I'm coming out here hunting no deer like this. I have a better chance just walking. I saw deer walking through the forest myself, coming from one part of the city, and I would go through the woods, and I had a mama deer come out to me because I didn't know. The spirit revealed to me because I'm walking through the cornfield that's not up yet. You know what I'm saying? To go cut to school, and the deer came out of like for real coming toward me. I'm like, oh, wait, we stopped, and she stopped about 10-15 minutes. 10-15 meters from me or something, and the spirit told me she must have some youngins not far, and she don't want me coming this way. They're too close to her. So I was like, hey, what's up, dear, bless you. I always used to put blessings on animals to talk to animals, and say, now I'm just going on, and I actually talk to animal like she can understand me. Yeah, I'm just on my way to class. I'm just walking over there, and she was like, oh, okay, and she dipped back into the forest. Like I didn't go into the forest part. I went on to my cut way through, and it was cool. I did that if I had a gun with to shoot some motherfucker, I could have shot the motherfucker. These motherfuckers will go into the middle of the forest and just sit there and stay there, climb a fucking tree, sit there and just wait. Fucking wicked ass, can't even be no real hunter, man. Oh, fucking scary ass. Oh, that just pissed me. I had a flashback of that shit. But that guy, in his house, before we went, he had a big dumbass safe. A safe so big that it's taller than you. I mean, it's not taller than you, but you can fit in. And a couple people will fit in. And guess what he had in that motherfucker? An arsenal, man. M16. No, he had an AR-15. And then he had the M16, like one that's like an M16, but it's like the legal M16. M14, something like that. He had rifles, guns, all kind of shit. She might even had a couple of grenades in that bitch. He had a whole bunch of shit, bro. That's how Esau's rolling every single fucking house out there in certain areas and certain boonies, man. They all of them packing, and they packing. They not little, goddammit, side, got me a Glock, got me a Tech, got me a couple of guns, a couple of bullets, I got me 3 cases. These niggas got hundreds of cases of bullets. Niggas go to how we go ahead on and stock up on some extra shit. They'll go and stock up on extra bullets, man. Why do I can call Rala right now and ask him about Cabela's and ask him when he would go out there, they don't keep bullets. You had to wait, they come in, their shipment of bullets come once a week. And by the end of that day, they either come on a Wednesday or Thursday. By the end of Wednesday or Thursday, they gone for the rest of the week. They gotta wait till the next week. What are Esau doing? They stacking shit, man. Till they're no avail. It ain't gonna save them, all right? But Jake think they can go and attack Esau. Man, Jake about to get a rude awakening.
Good.
And Jake is going to break out of them 15-minute cities too.
Oh yeah.
Just the spirit just said them 15 cities. Somebody give me the disappoint them in their enterprise. Them 15-minute cities are not going to work, bitch.
Shit, a lot of them have Edomites in there and the heathens. Shit.
Exactly.
Because Jake is really, well, at least out here, a lot of Jakes are moving to the burbs because they can't afford the city anymore because the cost of living is just through the roof.
Right. Esau's going to bank on their word and your faith in them for your obedience and loyalty. That's not going to work in that day. And even if they add UN troops, which they will, all right, and National Guards and all the other shits and helmet, buckler, and shield right about, which they will. They're still not that number. They're not going to put 100,000 up there to stop 2.3 million. When 2.3, 2.5, 3 million is still, you're still going to have people going to do what the fuck they're going to do. All right.
I'm gonna finish this off real quick. 2 Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Period. All right. So they're gonna spoil the goods. Gonna be running through your house, and then when they run, Jake ain't gonna get it at first because they're gonna run to Miss Jenkins' house with the big booty, and then they're gonna run through Miss Jenkins and her food. All right. And then once they run through the food, they're gonna run through Miss Jenkins again. But this time they ain't gonna be running through and fucking her, they're gonna be eating her. Alright? They gonna fuck her to death. They gonna fuck her to death literally. Alright? It's like I did tell her to call 10. So they're gonna go from Miss Jenkins to Miss Johnson house. They're gonna go to Miss Johnson house, and guess what? Miss Johnson gonna already been ran through. Miss Johnson ain't even gonna be there. Ain't gonna be no food, but maybe about 5 ketchup packets that somebody overlooked. And they're gonna grab them ketchup. They're gonna be golden that day. They're gonna be sucking on that shit. All right. And then they're gonna go through a couple of more houses to find like, God damn it, we done got everybody around here. Well, where else we gonna go? What neighborhood is directly to the west of us? Beverly. Now, what's Beverly mostly comprised of?
Esau, cops.
And affluent Jake.
Oh yeah.
All right. It's like
They're gonna get it too.
it's like
All right. Anybody that's joined hand in hand with the system, they're gonna get it too.
unless you're righteous, because we do have a brother who live. Actually, we have 2 brothers that live over there. But majority, I know I didn't say that because that was for my mind, because the Lord gonna deliver them out of it and whatever righteous out of that. But they're gonna come, man. It's gonna be hungry, bro. They got houses.
Yeah, this shit is good.
It's about to be epic, bro. They're gonna have houses the size like maybe 1, 2, or 3 of my houses. It's one of their small houses.
Yep.
But then their lawn, their front lawn alone, is gonna go from the opposite side of the street to my backyard. That's their front lawn. That's just really a mile down the street. A mile. It's not even more. A mile is technically 8 blocks. You get what? How many blocks to get over to Beverly to get toward Elder Corral house? That's what, about 5 or 6? And right across there is what? Right across Beverly is what? Beverly. And in Beverly, you got especially when you get by Longwood, which would be about 2 miles from here. 2 miles is only a 20-minute fucking walk. If that, bro. And if you running because you on a hunt, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be up there. They're gonna run all through them, man. They're running through them, man. These scriptures are coming alive as we speak, and we gonna see it, man. And the Most High gonna give us power in that day.
That's right.
All right. Who got these last closing scriptures, man? Well, hit the one I asked you to call. You got the one I asked you for?
Yep.
This Job 5 and 12.
We're about to wrap it up.
This Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
The Most High says he's gonna disappoint all their devices, man. Are you wicked ass, crafty ass, Edomitish people, man? From the top Edomites down to everybody who follow his ass, all y'all Edomitish. Poke you on the block, you Edomitish. Man, that sound like a lesson. Some text me.
2/3 of black
everybody's
Edomites too.
Edomitish.
2/3 of black Edomites too, man.
That's right, brother.
They used to be fucking tears.
Everybody Edomites, man. Everybody Edomites, and guess what? Everybody else is Antichrist. Antichrist and the world is full of Antichrist and Edomites.
And they love to have it so, man. Because this world hates the Lord, man.
That's right, brother. Vehemently. Even the ones who say they love him.
Yeah.
Lord, didn't I do this in your name? His name's not Christ, bitch. Go ahead, bro.
It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So the Most High's not going to let them get fully set. So one of their things is to fully set up the 15-city thing, right? Also to fully set up the MO to T to the B, right?
Yeah.
And to set up all the legislations to take down the world and take Jake with him. The Lord said He's going to disappoint their devices, man. So portions of them will be set, and will aggravate and will kill some of Jake. All right, matter of fact, a lot of Jake. All right, I was thinking about the elect. It will kill some of the elect. All right, that's the reason why for you elect men who got hot heads and hot spirits, man. If you want to see them chariots without catching that guillotine, which sometimes you're just gonna catch a guillotine, being a nicer Jake to do, because Esau's the devil. All right, but this is to Jake's, the hot head Jake, and take it from one who used to be one of them. All right, he used to be hot head, and I still fight hot head tendencies. To be honest with you, and I had to pull back on it because I had a no fear tendency in the world, because people thought because I was a church boy that I was a punk bitch. We didn't grow up like that, niggas. I had four brothers, 2 sisters, and I had a whole bunch of cousins. We grew up, and I grew up in Chicago, and it was rough. So shit, you couldn't be no softy. And so just because I was a church boy, they thought they could, So I was always, ready to defend, But then you bring that energy into the spirit, and then there's time here, and ready to always fight. Motherfuck you! Now niggas are pulling out guns and shit. No, fuck you, should kill you. The most simplest shit. Smacking up a bitch for running her mouth and they get you killed. and she deserved her ass getting the fuck knocked out. And he deserved to get his ass killed, because all that shit the Lord knows is sanctioned by the Lord. Fuck all them niggas.
He was ordering some Polishes and pork chops.
Come on, bro.
Because he was at Maxwell, shit.
That nigga dreads touch his shoulder, man. His dreads touch his elbow.
Feminine ass. How you gonna let a female's word get you that mad to where you ready to lose your life for, man? Words, man. That's how you know. The scripture says the love of many shall wax cold. The time that we're living in is this is it. All right. You got something?
They just got ignored, these fuckers, man.
You got something? You got something too? Okay, hit these last scriptures. You guys know the scripture you good? You good? All right, these last two.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1, just to back on how Jake is like these Edomites, man, and the rest of these nations, because they're going to get the destruction of this Edomite and the rest of the rest of these heathens. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay in horses and trust in chariots.
That's why we're going to take the M to the T to the O to the motherfucking B. All right? They're going to take the neuro, duro, all right? They're going to do all that. All right? And the ones who don't, they're still going to do it wrong. They're going to go and try to buck up against Esau either. The only way you're going to survive this is by following Yahweh Shai, this truth. And the Lord's going to set our path. And He's going to lead us out of this madness, like He's led every other great man of the Lord. He said, who has followed the Most High, and the Most High send them off?
Because they are men and horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. And that's the majority of our people, all right? They blinded by the powers that be of this world. That's Esau Edom, all right? Verse 2, he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, right, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Though join hand in hand with the wicked, they shall not go unpunished. So, hey, Yahweh Shai is about to destroy y'all, man.
That's
all
right.
All right.
And I like that. He said, we go back to he said, he will not bring back his words, because that. How do you say it again?
All right. He will not turn back. He will not call back his word.
He said he will not call back his word. That make me think of Isaiah 55:11. So shall be the word that goeth forth out of his mouth. It shall not return unto him void. All right, but will accomplish and prosper whereunto he sent it.
That's right. And Scripture said in Revelation that this word is faithful and true. All right, so it most definitely ain't going back to the Lord void. Verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand when he better to whoop him, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. All right, so hey, you're gonna be thrust through, all right, with that metal bolt of steel, which is that thermonuclear missiles. If you trust in Esau, take whatever he want you to take, all right,
or the four sword
sword
judgment. Because some of these 2/3 and heathens ain't gonna even make it to the missile. Some of them get got with these. Matter of fact, in France, they got the lions, tigers, bears on mine roam the street.
Jumanji.
You got Jumanji in France. That sounds like a lesson. They got Jumanji in France right now. All right. So the Lord, Mike, He said He's gonna give you the beast to tear, the sword, the plagues. All right. It's the 4 sword judgments, man.
I got it right here in Jeremiah.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah. Just allow me to go straight to the point. And it shall come to pass if they say
Jeremiah,
unto
what
thee.
call it out?
Huh?
Call it out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 2. And it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death to death.
So first of all, those who gonna be dying, they're gonna die, which is what? The wicked. The 2/3 are all gonna die. 2/3 of our people. That's 66% over here in Babylon, the fucking great. Death by pain. Now what kind of death? Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword to the sword, such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. Verse 3, and I will point over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heavens, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. That goes to what? That spirit crave for vengeance, all right? The Lord's going to allow teeth of wild beasts, all right? That sword, that famine, all right? Rumors of wars and the Sodom, man, all right? To come upon you jakes, man, who refuse to listen. Hey, the Lord has got his hand stretched out, all right? But y'all smacking the hand, all right? But hey, the Lord's going to require that on your hands.
They always say, such as our captivity to captivity. Some of you going to be in them concentration camps stuck on your block, man.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Hey, but see, the Lord know your trauma, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a nigga who was always running and ripping and running them streets, you being held down and stuck is gonna vex the shit out of you. The Lord got your ass held down and stuck. Your ass was a homebody, didn't want to be on the move. Your Most High gonna have your ass on the move. Whatever you don't like, the Most High say He's gonna bring your fears against you. So whatever judgment of the Lord, you've been fucking dipping and dodging the Lord and the Word of God, the men of the Lord. All right.
One of them.
Come on, bro. You said what?
You're going to get judged by one of them.
There you go.
Because you're going to see your fear upon your face. Because a lot of them scoff when they pass by camp. They look at brothers, you know.
And they
and
fight us.
they're talking shit in their head.
Shit, they don't do that. They fight us, literally.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Spit on you.
That's
all
right.
kinds of shit.
And we've been through that shit, bro. Even anytime somebody come against the word that we gave, that's them coming against you, man. All right, that's it or something?
That's it.
Okay, go ahead.
And, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5. It says, and having been chastised, it's like, and having been a little chastised. See, all of this is a part of our chastisement, man. You know, hey, from the people spitting on us, hey, to the things that we're going to have to go through. Hey, because the Lord's elect men are going to have to go through that same shit that Jake, the average Jake going through, man. Hey, talking about from the concentration camps to all of that. This is why we have to get ourselves spiritually grounded. You know, hey, this is why we have to have that relationship with Yahweh Shai, because hey, He's the only one that's going to deliver us, man.
Right.
It says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for Himself.
Perfect.
As gold in the furnace had He tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine, and run to and fro like sparks among like the stubble.
That's right.
They shall judge the nations, and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever.
Period. All right, so hey, it's going down. And it's evidence, these 3 points is evidence of the fall of this queen. Got something to end it on?
Let's have a fast one. This is Jeremiah chapter 9.
This is probably, we done beat this horse to the ground.
Yeah. Just the last one.
Perfect.
Jeremiah 9:25. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart.
And as a matter of fact, could you send that to me? Because that's going to link up with that lesson that everybody's an Edomite. Everybody's everybody's Edomitish. Everybody's Edomitish. Everybody's an Antichrist. Everybody's out is anti-Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. Only people who are doing this the way the Lord say do it are the hopeful, righteous elect. That's the reason why we have confidence, right, and a hope and expectation in salvation. All right. But at the same time, still walking slow. You know, walking steadily toward the Lord, and in hope and faith, so that we run this race the way the Lord said run this race, right? So to you righteous brothers and sisters out there, and righteous children out there, stay obedient to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Keep doing what you're doing, praying, fasting periodically, following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. And doing the things that the Lord say. To the rest who who think this is a joke, man, it's a very small window to wake up and get in. It's a small window, because majority of what we out here right now is really still waking up the leftovers of the 1/3. All right. So wake the fuck up. Time is running out. If you hear these words, harden not your heart, is in the days of provocation.
That's right.
You had anything else to add? Elder Quran.
Hey, hopefully this was another edifying one. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash.
Also double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all your brothers out there. Shalom and a Bible ball.
A Bible ball.
Turn those machines back on.